chapter 16, and now we are going to jump back into another scene after the physical altercation between Maxie, Brandy, and Drita. But this time, we are going to be getting Maxie's perspective and what's going on with Maxie right after the fight ends. "She hit me, Mr. Lippman, she hit me," Brandy yells, pointing her ugly finger at me. "I fell down and ripped my best pants too, and my mom is gonna be mad." "Shut up about your stupid mother," I say back. "Don't bust on my mother," Brandy screams. "I'll bust on your mother if I want to," I yell. "Sit down, both of you, and lower your voices," Mr. Lippman commands. So me and Brandy sit down on opposite ends of the couch in his office because now, instead of being my good friend since second grade, Brandy is my worst enemy. "I would like to hear what happened," he says. "Now, who's going to go first? I'll give you 3 guesses who that's going to be." "Well, me and Kayla were just playing a game, and she came over and she hit me. And then when she hit me, she laughed, Mr. Lippman. She laughed at me," Brandy says. "Is that true, Maxie?" Mr. L asks me. So now I tell him what really happened. How Brandy was beating up Drita for no reason, and I tried to stop her. "It was an accident," Brandy screeches. "Ask Miss Salvato, Mr. Lippman, if you don't believe me. She saw everything that happened," I say. "Oh, I plan to," says Mr. Lippman. Now, Brandy opens her big mouth. "Well, but that girl ruined our game," Brandy howls. "I just knew she was going to get herself in trouble." "If you hit Drita," Mr. Lippman says, "then this is a very serious matter, Brandy. You know how I feel about bullying." "Ha ha," I say right in Brandy's face because she deserves it. But I guess that is a mistake because now Mr. Lippman turns his x-ray eyes on me. "I wouldn't feel too confident if I were you, Maxie. Hitting is not allowed at PS 18 for any reason." "Are you going to call my house?" I ask him because now it is my turn to be shaking in my shoes. You know the rules. Unfortunately for me, I do. So friends, this chapter, it was quite short, but we know that this is in response to the physical altercation between the 3 girls earlier that day. Instead of asking you a question about, about what's happening in the chapter, I actually want to focus in on some figurative language. We've been paying quite a bit of attention to figurative language this year, and I saw some of that in the end of this chapter. So at the end of the chapter, when Maxie says, "Are you going to call my house?" I ask him, because now it is my turn to be shaking in my shoes. I want you to talk today about what you think that means, shaking in my shoes. How is that an example of figurative language, and what is Maxie actually, what does she mean by that?